Hello, explorers,
Hello.
and welcome to the Belleview Inn, located in Belleair, Florida.
I'm so excited to be here. So this hotel was built in 1897. It was at one point the largest wooden structure in this area. It was built by Henry Plant. I'm sure you know he was a famous train tycoon in the state of Florida.
We actually visited a museum a while back.
Yes. It has 35 rooms, and the whole place is made from heartwood pine, which is incredible to think of a structure this big being made from wood.
Interestingly enough, this place actually has a lot of history and some controversy.
Yeah.
In fact, a little bit of that controversy led to this hotel being moved 300 feet and rotated 90 degrees. But we'll get into that later.
All right, so I think we should go take a look around. They do have a swimming pool, so I'm very excited about that. Yep.
All right, let's go.
All right. Before you go into the hotel, you definitely want to check out this little placard here. It tells you a little bit of the history of the hotel, including the fact that it was moved in 2016. This hotel used to be on the historical sites list, but because they kind of chopped off the hotel and moved it 300 feet and then rotated, it kind of takes away from the historical accuracy. People cannot come out and measure things properly or anything because it's no longer in the right spot.
This was also once known as the White Queen of the Gulf. Let's head inside and take a look at the lobby. This is the lobby. You may notice that it's an open floor plan, which may not seem like a lot considering modern hotels, but for a historic hotel, that's actually impressive. They usually have columns or some kind of beam holding up the center of the buildings because of all the weight. They actually used a suspension system to hold up the ceiling so that they could bypass the need for columns and support. So back in the day, that was actually a selling point for the place.
One of the first things you want to check out is this beautiful painting here. It's done by the local artist. He lives in Tarpon. His name is Christopher Stowe. He does art for all over around Florida. So this is what the hotel would have looked like when the train would have pulled up to it at one point. As you can see, it's kind of dark on this side and this side here, but it's white here. This is what would be left of the Bellevue as of now. All the dark parts that's the parts that were cut off from the hotel. You see here, he just did this because that's what he had seen in a postcard. What they didn't realize is that this hotel at one point was green and yellow. He just did that because that's how he had seen it in other photos. All these floorboards are all original.
Yes. What they said, though, was that the original wood for this room is actually what was in this room. The stuff that's going down the corridors here, they actually took from other parts of the hotel, so it may not all be the original wood that's there. This is actually a smoother finish.
Yeah, because it had to be replaced.
It had to be replaced. This over here is the original wood, and you can feel the difference. So this actually is more granular. You can actually feel the roughage on it. And this is smoother because it was done by modern standards. This actually did not meet the fire regulations that you would have in a normal stairwell. So to overcome that, they actually put this glass piece here. And that actually blocks the smoke from going up.
In the lobby, there's another painting done by Christopher Stowe. This one here, it kind of has like a little treasure hunt. Each item that was placed in this photo has something to do with the history of the hotel. What's really neat, guys, is this hotel actually has a little museum in it. Check it out. Over here, you have a wall of past guests. You will notice that there are 4 US presidents that are on this wall. You have a couple celebrities. And actually, the Duke of Windsor from England, you know, the one who abdicated the throne, he stayed here with his mistress. As you'll notice, there is a bar in here. The property does not have a restaurant or a bar. They have like a little area where you can buy beer and wine, and there's some snacks. But unfortunately, because of the country club across the way, they made it so that the hotel can't sell any kind of food, unfortunately. Over here, you'll find some of the original photos, which is really cool. One sad thing about this hotel, in 1940 something, this was opened up as an army barracks. So when that happened, they took everything out of the hotel. They boxed it all up, put it in storage. Well, after the war had ended, their hotel was sold and nobody could find that stuff.
Well, little by little, I think they're having
Yes.
people come out and actually say, oh, I have this and I have that.
Yes, people are piecing it together.
In this room is actually the Tiffany class from the original ballroom. Unfortunately, they weren't able to take the ballroom from the original structure. That was part of what got demolished. So this was a sitting room.
So there is not a restaurant here, but they do have a little marketplace, Maisie's Marketplace. You can get your beer and wine here, and you can get little treats. Let's go maybe see if we can't get a snack. Alright, if you're a coffee drinker, you definitely want to come down here. It smells wonderful. Just the smell of coffee is all you smell in here. Another fun thing, if you look around, they redid the floor in this black and white pattern because that's what the ice cream parlors used to look like. Unfortunately, there is no like soft serve or anything. They do have in that freezer though, little individually wrapped ice creams.
You actually can buy a couple little items if you need them, coffee cups, towels.
Well, we thought we'd get a little snack. It smells delicious in here. So they have 3 sandwiches. They're already made, and then they heat them up for you. So they're nice and hot. We ended up splitting a everything bagel. It looks delicious.
It has egg, sausage, bacon, and cheese.
Yep.
So we're gonna dig in.
Yep.
And then go back to our room.
Yep. Come on in. We're on the 2nd floor. We actually rented a junior king suite because I wanted kind of a big living room area to sit in. So when you first walk in, you notice there's this door. We have the bathroom. Nice big counters. They have like these old looking sink heads, toilet, and then you have a bathroom with a very deep tub. Everything you need to use the restroom. Alright, so when you come out to the bathroom, you have 2 ways to walk. Over here is the living room. Now they have this nice, beautiful couch, 2 lamps, you have a TV. In here is a refrigerator, so you can bring water and stuff like that. They do give you a Keurig machine. This is kind of cool, it's a little box. This is for your ice. You have a lamp, a nice place to work. What's really cool though, is they decorated this place with old postcards and old paintings of the hotel. And as you walk over this way, you're greeted with a bedroom. You have an ottoman here, and this is like what the hotel would have looked like when it was first opened. You have postcards from people who stayed here. Even kind of cool, they have a key to one of the rooms. You walk over here, there's another TV in there.
I know, that's so cool that there's 2 TVs considering.
I don't know why you would need 2 TVs, but...
One in the lounge area and one in the bed.
Right, that's pretty cool. You got your nice dressers, king size bed of course. You got your end tables on each side, lamps. This is really cool though. So the light's off in the closet, but when you turn the knob and you open the door, the light comes on. Now you can see inside the closet. This is a big closet though. As you can see, it can fit way back here on both sides. But they do have bathrobes in here. This room is beautiful though. It's massive, and because we're kind of in the front of the building, you get these massive windows.
All right. What do you say we go check out that pool?
Yes, let's go check out the rest of the pool.
On our way down to the pool, we noticed a fitness room, so let's go in and check it out.
Yeah. They got a little bathroom in here, huh?
It's actually a really decent sized one. I've seen bigger hotels with less.
They got all the weights you'll ever need.
Yep.
Especially working out at a hotel.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right, like I'm gonna start working out now.
Oh, and look, they even have the bands and balls and mats and all kinds of stuff. The fitness room is open every day, 6 to 10 p.m. Good thing to remember, the front desk always has towels, so pick up a couple on your way out.
And we're at the pool. It's a typical pool. Looks like it's about 3 feet deep on either end, and it actually slopes down in the middle.
Yeah.
And then we got a little jacuzzi over there too. We're not sure if the cabanas are first come first serve or you actually have to rent them, but we'll find out that information and I'll put it on the screen.
All right, let's get in.
All right.
All right, we're gonna go up these stairs and go check out the 4th floor area. What's really cool is the stairs are very creaky. All that original wood.
Stairs, yep.
Yeah.
So what I thought was very interesting is, and I don't know if that happened during the movement, there's a slope here.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
With
Walking.
that. But yeah, I don't know if that was originally like that or if the movement of the hotel did that. We're on the 4th floor, and I would recommend coming up and checking this out because this is really cool. The architect actually left this open to show you the whole truss system, and this was actually constructed out of longleaf pine, or heart pine as they called it, and the sap would actually solidify and it would make it as strong as steel.
Yeah, it was the only thing they could do to make wooden
To have
structures.
wooden structures this high
Yeah.
and made out of complete wood.
Yeah.
Around the corner is the 5th floor, which unfortunately they don't allow you to visit it or access anymore. It's now the attic.
Yeah.
But in the original structure, there was a 5th floor to this place.
Come up to the 4th floor, you're gonna kind of notice a little difference. Most of the bottom floors all have rooms in them, whereas the 4th floor is 3 suites and 1 room only. So not much up here. I would actually like to come back here and stay in one of these suites though, because they look huge. So check out this. They have this is like an ice chest here. Inside, instead of you digging your hands and take a bag with you, now you got a bag of ice.
Very classy.
This would have been kind of the original pool here at one time. Supposedly, when we took the tour, Mr. Rogers had learned how to swim as a kid here. The stairways here are all original.
Interesting enough, and you'll see that in the main stairs too, these aren't actually regulation.
No, they're not.
Yeah. And it's because back then that wasn't really what was in mind. You keep your balance, but I feel like when you were kind of hoity-toity, you were like this with your arms stretched out. But regulations now, it's actually supposed to be up high because there's a meaning to it.
Yeah.
Catch yourself from falling. This is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah. So the stairway actually takes you into the basement.
Yeah, we're not going to go in there.
We're not going to go.
This is employees only, I think.
Yeah.
It's about 50 feet above sea level. This is one of the highest points in all of Florida.
That's why
along the coast.
They have a basement here.
Yeah.
But it's amazing because now you can see all that original wood still.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ended up ordering some DoorDash, you know, because unfortunately there is no restaurant that's in this vicinity. You have to,
You have to go across the bridge to get to the restaurant.
Yeah, it's about a 5-minute drive to any kind of food around here, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But we're just loving this hotel so much that we just don't want to leave.
Well, then we kind of ran out of time. Sun went down really quickly.
Yeah, but
Because we're enjoying ourselves.
yeah, we're eating in this beautiful Tiffany room. I mean, who gets to eat under like $1 million worth of Tiffany glass? Right? I don't know if Mike had mentioned before, but the ballroom that this Tiffany glass was pulled out of used to hold 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Now it's this tiny little room, but you know what? We can enjoy it. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is the morning time. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Nice little basket. Good morning. I hope you have a great day. Interesting. Let's see what are they give us. Oh, look at that. Orange juice, apples, and 2 croissants.
We decided before we officially checked out, we would take the bikes out.
Yeah, so they have bikes here that you can rent for free. You just go in there, you sign a paper, and then you take the bike out for as long as you want it. All right, so we found right directly behind, there's this little dock here. So we want to come out here and look at the water. So we're not quite sure, but we think when you come out behind here, this is where the spring would have all been. Those springs are now destroyed, he said.
Yeah, we learned that there were 2 springs right off the edge of the bluff.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And construction and that unfortunately blocked them up, so.
Yeah, but so they used to bathe like right here in the water.
Thomas Edison would come down here quite often, and he actually would,
did
did the wiring for the mansion, and I guess if it was a well-to-do place, in a lot of cases they would actually hire Edison's company, so his constituents would come down and actually wire up the hotel.
Yep.
And that was pretty cool.
They have a picture of him fishing from the fishing dock here.
Right. Oh, we just saw this little guy coming up for air.
A little manatee popping up. That was amazing.
Oh, there he is. There's the manatee.
I made it back up to the top of the hill. I had to walk the bike. It was way too steep.
It was a steep incline, yeah.
Yeah.
I was having trouble with it.
Whew. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. There's the back of the hotel. Enjoying some water after a nice ride.
It was a hot one, so we didn't end up going all the way to the park. We just kind of went around the complex.
Yeah, so it's great to check out the bikes if you just want to ride around the complex too.
Okay, explorers, I think this is where we're going to leave you.
So we had a wonderful stay here. We learned so much about the history of this hotel, and the one thing that kind of saddens us is that we never got to see it in its full glory. And that 3/4 of it was knocked down.
In fact, they actually said only 10% was actually preserved, that's where we are right now.
Yeah, at least we get to see this small slither of history still, because, you know, it would have been a shame if they had knocked the whole thing down.
Right.
Yeah.
One other thing we wanted to mention was that you actually, with your stay, get access to the sister hotel, which is the Sand Pearl, and they give you a pass, which gives you access to their beach. Unfortunately, not their pool, but you actually get to go park over there and nobody will charge you or anything like that.
Yeah, I did see on their website they have, like, you could buy gift cards for it too to eat at the restaurant.
Over here, you also get access to the country club, as we just found out, and the golf course, but there is attire required, so look into that and make sure you're dressed appropriately. And as we also showed a little bit ago, you have access to bikes, so you can ride around the complex if you want.
Yeah. Another thing we want to mention is definitely call and ask about taking a tour, because this tour here given by Joey, we learned so much in just a short period of time. It's definitely worth taking, and it's free.
And depending on how engaged you are, is how long the tour lasts. He actually says he's had some of them where they're like just about an hour.
Oh my God.
Ours was like 2.5.
Yeah, it was a long time.
But what we actually plan to do is we're going to compile that, and we're actually going to release it in another video so you can see the tour that we received.
Yeah.
We already got permission from Joey to make sure that he was okay with us doing that.
And then you can learn some of the history of this great hotel.
So look out for that.
Yep.
Well, as always, thank you for coming along with us. Keep exploring.
And we'll see you in the next one. I just know I want to say 1897. All right, so one thing that this painting, sorry. All right, guys, so this hotel actually has.
These stairs are creaky. If I was doing that, I'd have to see a doctor. Okay, explorers.
No, hold on, do it again. I was making a face.
Oh, okay.
Because she was yelling.